I'm homeless, and this is how I live rent-free. So I went ahead and cleaned out the storage just so you guys can see the size. I have a 5x5 unit, and with the insurance, it's $71 a month. I got these big blue bags from Amazon. I use about 6 of them, and that's where I keep my clothes and important papers. I'm homeless, and I get ready for work at the gym. A lot of people don't understand why somebody would choose to be homeless, and honestly, rent was kicking my ass. I was paying $2,000 in household bills, and now I pay $20 for my gym membership.
Remember, I should be back on track because, like I said, I get paid on the 5th. So with that check, that'll be a full 2-week check. So that'll be enough to cover November.
Yeah, I just want you to have a plan B because I don't want to wait until Tuesday morning and then you tell me you're going to change his mind because then we right back at square one.
Right. I understand. So I just wanted to, you know what I mean? Like I said, I did want to update you because we get paid on Fridays, but usually I have time. So, and last week I got a little $8 check from my orientation that it hit on Wednesday. The shortstop, they get paid on Wednesdays. So I know for a fact that I'll get paid on Wednesdays from them.
Okay. So just to summarize what we talked about. So today you're about to send me the late fee for last month. On Tuesday, you're going to send me your portion of the rent and the late fee for this month. And then on the 5th, when you get your first check, you plan to pay your full portion of the rent. It's not going to be late as long as you give it to me on the 5th. And you're going to give me at least half of the water repair.
Yes.
All right. I want you to text me all of that.
Okay.
All right. Well, just go ahead and send the late fee and send me the text message. And I guess we'll be good from here. Just if something changes, please let me know as soon as possible because I do not like having to follow up and see on the day you're supposed to pay me. And I got to text a couple of days later to see what happened. So I prefer you just reach out to me first if you know something is not going to go the way we said.
Okay. Yes, sir. I definitely will. Like I said, if you know what I mean, hopefully that nothing changes because, like I said, I want to get back on track because we were doing good for a little while. And like I said, it just kind of threw me in a hole. But so I want to get back on track and everything. But if anything was to change or whatever, then I'll definitely give you a call and let you know as soon as I know.
So you guys saw the clips, right? And this is a norm. For those of you who don't know, it is definitely a norm. Falling behind. And I know you guys are going to say, GR, everybody falls behind, so on and so forth. And how do you know she's a baddie? She's a baddie. And I'm pretty sure she considers herself a baddie. But fellas, what I want you to take from this is that when these women be fronting on you, think they too good for you, they need you to be making this amount of money, at least you can pay your rent. At least you can pay your bills. These women are struggling doing this. Now, a lot of women are going to call this guy sassy. They're going to call him light skin, all this stuff like that. But it sounds like he's working with her, and I'm going to play some clips where he kind of goes into the backstory of what actually goes on here. But there are far too many women that look like $1 million that are living like this, that can't pay their rent. Their hair and makeup comes first. Their car notes behind. Yo, I used to do credit for 6 years. I used to fix credit, trade lines, do all these different things. So I've seen all types of women's credit. And I know what goes on. It's typically the same thing that you see on these credit reports. And they're struggling. And there's a dude clapping the cheeks. And y'all try to argue with me. There's definitely a dude that's always clapping the cheeks in that picture. But she's still struggling. I don't know, man. But hey, what I mean by that is I don't know in terms of why these women behave this way. And then they choose these dudes who can't help them. And that they're struggling to pay bills. That's how it is, man. Let's get into these follow-up clips that he has here. Let's go.
It was so many people commenting. I didn't know whose comment I wanted to respond to, but I'm giving y'all a little backstory, and then I'm gonna put a couple messages up here so you can understand where my frustration comes from when y'all in the comments saying, oh, you should work with her, everybody struggles. There's a difference in struggling and lying. I have plenty of tenants that have struggled before. I have plenty of tenants who say like, yo, I don't know when I'm going back to work. I don't know what's going on. I work with everybody. Hell, I've been there before. I'm not sitting here like, oh, I could never. I'm not saying that, but bitch, you're not just sitting here lying, playing my face. So let me give y'all a little backstory. This tenant moved in with me 11 months ago. Now, I let her move in with a reduced security deposit because I knew of her already. When DeWan and I was partners, she was one of the tenants that we shared. We split, he kept her, but then I ended up letting her come over to me. I let her come in with a reduced security deposit. She did not pay me the deposit up front because she didn't have the money. I waited 6 months for the reduced security deposit. She couldn't afford to turn the lights on, so she kept the lights on in my name for the first 3 or 4 months. I don't know, it was some months that I kept the lights on in my name until she could pay the light deposit. Let's get started with that. So already when people say, oh, you should look out for people, I've already done enough as we get started. But that's step one. We started out on a good foot. She was paying like she was supposed to. Everything was going okay. And then she got late one time. Now, she always pay on the 5th, but I'm cool with the 5th. In North Carolina, you have to give people a grace period to the 5th. There's nothing you can do about it. So the 5th, okay, I can't say nothing. I can't charge a late fee, whatever. she started becoming consistently late. And then it was like, okay, like I'm sick of the late payments. Like, fast forward to November. I'm gonna put the screenshot right here. She was supposed to be late. She said, oh, I'm gonna pay on the 15th. I think it was the 15th. She didn't say nothing. So the 16th, which was Saturday, I woke up and was like, hey, I didn't receive the payment yesterday. What's up? No response until Monday. I'm gonna put the screenshot right here. You can pause and read it. Now you'll see in the screenshot where I said, I've already told you it's easier if we communicate. One thing I hate is for somebody to tell me, hey, I'm gonna pay you on Friday, and then Friday come. No, they don't say nothing, they don't send the money. Like, are you paying today? Do you need more time? Communicate and we can work together. But I absolutely hate having to follow up people about my money. That was November. This is February, by the way. That was November. December rolled around. I don't get no rent payment. So I text on the 5th. Hey, what's going on with this month's payment? Oh, I'm having payroll issues. I'm gonna put a screenshot right here. Now, in the midst of this, I was able to collect the November's payment, but now we still owe December. Again, screenshot right there so you can read it. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this in the comments, but she has a roommate. The roommate has been sending her portion. So that's the only reason why I kind of let this drag out as long as it has. I will say I have let somebody stay with me for 5 months before and pay absolutely no rent. Didn't file an eviction on her because she was 21. She had lived on her own before. Like, this was her first time living on her own. She was scared, and I worked with her. So all the people saying, hey, work with people, y'all can kiss my ass. Because I still got to pay my bills. So, all I'm going to do.
Now, we got one more clip that he's going to finish up. He has a part 3 here. But before we get into that, I don't like when people say you should work with them, you should work with them, you should work with them. And it's folks that have never owned property in their lives, right? They don't understand. You got a lot of people, and I know you guys who are on social media, you have friends who say, does anybody know any private renters? Does anybody know any private renters? They're looking for private renters because their credit's messed up and they don't like paying people. And when you do favors for people, a lot of times this is what happens. It always happens. I had a conversation with a friend of mine. When you let people slide or do them a favor, you just have 2 types of people in this world, and you have some people that will take advantage of you. And this woman probably would have never paid him. She would have stayed in his house if he never asked for the rent. November, and here it is February, and you ain't paid. I'm having payroll issues, but I bet some dude is squirting on the regular, right? Jared, not all people are like that. Oh, people, what are you doing in your free time if you can't pay this man? She probably smoke. I'm gonna say it. She probably invests. And when I don't even want to say a drug problem, but she probably has a vice that she's taking care of. All these other things. Don't move in someone's place if you can't pay the bills. Plain and simple. You should help her out. You should. Black folks wouldn't dare say that to a white person. They only say this to black people, and they try to get over on black people. White folks don't play that shit where you come in there talking about, can I get a discount and can you work with me? Can you do all? No, they know they have that money unless you getting your ass up out of there. And it's sad that we got to do this, and then you try to say, oh, things are wrong, these people are racist. No, the bottom line is you just don't want to pay the bills and you just want to destroy people's places. I've seen it far too much where you try to get over on somebody. Even when I was doing credit, do you do a discount? Can you do this? Can you do? I'm struggling. Can I pay you in 2 weeks? What? Nah. I'll get started when you pay me. Like, it's just, I don't get it, man. It's just weird. It's just weirdness. And the fact that you got the nerve to stay in somebody's property and ignore them when they're trying to communicate with you is crazy to me. What do you think it's gonna go away? We need to go ahead and get your ass from up out of here. And all y'all staying in people's property and conducting yourself like this as if this is your place. This man has bills to pay. Your landlord has bills to pay. Meanwhile, where's your money going at? Folks gotta cut the foolishness out, man. Let's get into this last clip. Let's go.
So December rolled around, December 27th. And she texted me off a text now number and said she was going to a program to get some assistance. But she had the money to pay. But she was going to see if the program would approve her first. And if not, then she would pay me. Which already pissed me off because you owe me money. So why are you waiting for a program to see if you got the money? So then you'll see I followed up with her in a couple days. Like 2 days later, I put that screenshot here as well. No response. I have been texting in the group. No response. Her phone was off. Mind you, she got an iPhone. Every time I text her, the message says deliver. And then every time I tell her roommate, hey, could you text her for me? She'll text her and she'll get a response. So she had blocked me for a couple of weeks until I messaged her. I had my old business partner message her to see if it went through. His message went through because mine stopped. So I said, hey, let her know. I know she got me blocked, but I'm literally trying to work with her, and it's really starting to piss me off at this point. I'm starting to lose my professionalism. So like, what are we doing? Here she go. Like she was lying on the phone in the last video. Oh, I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna pay you with my my Chime Spot Me. I'm gonna pay you with this. I'm gonna pay you with that. She came up with a whole nother plan. I'm gonna put that screenshot here as well. January 12th, she texted me. She gonna pay me 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, and she gonna add extra money on her next payments. You think I sent any of that money? Then she said, oh, I sent my mom some money to hold for me. I'm gonna have my mom send it back. So we went on that live for about 2 weeks where it was like, she sent her mom the money. Her mom tried to Zelle it, but the Zelle didn't go through. So she had to request it back or cancel the Zelle. It was a whole bunch of bullshit. You can't cancel the Zelle transfer. I don't know how many of y'all sent money with Zelle, but it didn't tell you when you send it, you do. So I'm like, how you cancel the Zelle? This has been going on and on and on. And I forgot to mention, I even offered her a cash for keys option where I said, look, you can do an early termination. I won't charge your early termination fee. I will waive all the money that you owe, and I will pay you to leave. Just give me the keys and get the fuck out. She said she don't want to do cash for keys because she don't have nowhere to go. I'll put that screenshot here. Fast forward, I found out 2 weeks ago, she got a damn dog. And she got the dog living inside. So not only is you not paying me rent, you still owe me for December, January, now February. You got a dog, you blocked my number, and you think you're going to stay up in here? Absolutely not.
Now, a lot of y'all, especially y'all ladies, probably feeling sorry for her, right? Because as a woman, you don't have any accountability anyway for the things that you do until you get in a place where you're a landlord and you're renting to someone. And there was a young lady I knew a while back where the girl moved out owing her like $3,000. And she did her a favor because she had bad credit. All these different excuses, all these different lies that you got to come up with, ignoring the person you owe money to, and then you wonder why, right? You wonder why. Guys, don't ever do anyone a favor if you know they got money problems. If you know they got bad credit, there's a reason why they got bad credit. There's a reason why they asking you to co-sign. There's a reason for all these things, guys. And a lot of folks is just gonna screw you over because why should they care about your credit? And the fact that, again, guys, when you're a landlord, you have bills to pay, right? You have bills to pay. And this person's not paying you, so you can't pay your bills. Man, listen. Hey. But this is how baddies are. The majority of baddies are behind on some bills, including the rent. And as he said, she wouldn't pay him till like the 5th of the month. What are you doing? They got people co-signing for the apartments, got dudes co-signing for apartments in exchange for some buns every now and then. Dudes paying for apartments because they can't afford it just so they can look pretty like they got it. Man, this is the reality of a baddie at the end of the day, folks. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.